there, and welcome to the Canadian cottage. You can see it behind me. I'm just gonna go on a little walk and share some insights, some Canadian insights with you guys today. I wanted to bring you guys grocery shopping. This is like one of the first experiences that I had when I landed. I've actually had a ton of, I guess you could call them reverse culture shocks here in Canada this time, but let's go into the grocery store system first. So I'm gonna show you some clips from our last and latest adventure. This is at Foodland in Lakefield, Ontario. I know a bunch of you are gonna say, Jenna, prices are not the same all around Canada, so stop comparing Canada to Germany. Well, this is just an example of one place in Canada. Taxes are different, prices are different. My brother and sister are actually here at the cottage right now. One lives in the Yukon, the other lives in British Columbia, and they're like, oh my God, prices are so cheap here. We are here at Foodland in Lakefield, Ontario, and I would say this is probably a little bit more expensive than what I typically might spend on groceries. That's because we're out in cottage country right now, so things are a little bit more expensive. But I'd say more expensive would be something similar to Fortino's or Whole Foods or any of those shicky-micky grocery stores. So cheaper would typically be No Frills, one of my favorites, or Walmart or a Real Canadian Superstore, for example. So the good and the bad, where should we start? Let's say we'll start with the good, because I need a little bit more good in my life. I should probably update you guys. As you can tell, I'm a little bit more me today, and that is because I'm in a much better mood. Luck seems to be on my side while we're over here at the cottage with my family, and I am having a great time. I have my lake hair. I haven't showered in a week, despite the fact that there's mosquitoes following me everywhere. Let's start with the good. Canada, you have a lot of different selections for anything, really, except for cheese. Here you can see you've got an unlimited supply of Toastbrot, which for the Germans might not be so exciting. If you want to make French toast, grilled cheese. Also cereal. We are big fans of cereal. Over in Germany, we like to call it muesli, but if we call it muesli in English, it would be more of like a hard, crunchy granola that you would mix with yogurt. So lots of selection. Also, in Canada, I really like the fact that they sometimes focus more on the little things. So for example, they're a bit more kid-friendly. Here you can see they actually have free fruit for kids to snack on while you go through the grocery store, because they know that kids are going to have fits in the grocery store about wanting to eat something. Also, check out how amazing this little seat is for babies. Pretty cool. Another thing, cashiers take their time, and pretty much every single cash line is going to be open, whether it's busy or not. I find that that's with most grocery stores here in Canada, and best of all, it doesn't stress me out. Also, positive culture shock. I missed so many foods that I didn't remember I missed, and here they are. Corn on the cob, but even when it's fresh in Germany, it's not sweet. We have like this incredibly sweet corn on the cob, and my sister and brother just taught me that you can cook it, boil it with a little bit of milk and water, and a little bit of sugar. Next up on my list would have to be the Kawartha Dairies White Chocolate Raspberry Thunder Ice Cream. Ice cream is actually better in Germany, but this is one of those like childhood things. They have here something called Cajun chicken breast. Here at Foodland, you can find Cajun turkey breast. Same in my mind. It is delicious. And I also find that in Canada, you get so much more variety when it comes to deli slices for chicken, because in Germany, you get like a few different options at the deli counter, and then the rest is just like salami and ham and prosciutto and 10 different variations of all of those, but never chicken. You get like one or two, and they're not that good. Okay. Take a look at this thing. This is my husband's favorite. It's not mine, but I thought, you know what? It's worth a mention on this YouTube video because this one in particular is larger than my head. And the price is not all that bad either. We were at Costco. I have to show you those videos if you haven't watched them on my Instagram channel. We got so much food. We spent 800 Canadian on groceries. At first I was like, oh my God, but then I realized how much it feeds. And the total actually ended up working out to be somewhat cheaper than we might spend on that many people in Germany, which was quite shocking. So when you're done your shop at Costco, you can get burgers, fries, chicken fingers, huge ice creams that I forgot to film. And I always go for the poutine, this time with chicken strips on top. If you don't know what poutine is, no, I'm not saying Putin, I'm saying poutine. This is a French Canadian dish. We sell it all over Canada, and you can get it at Costco. It is crispy French fries with cheese curds. It's a special type of cheese we have here in Canada, smothered in a gravy, which is only comparable to a Jägersauce, I would say. Costco's also got this almond cranberry crunch cereal. This is my absolute favorite. I totally missed it. And one cool thing I wanted to mention, not that it's actually necessarily very healthy for for you. Most of them are extremely unhealthy for you, but it's these frozen concentrated juice packs that you actually mix with 1 portion frozen concentrated juice, 3 portions water. But I was thinking, you know what? If we had these in Germany, you could definitely make them healthier, but you could also mix them with like a sparkling water and make really good cocktails. Okay, so now you know what I love about shopping in Canada at the grocery store. What's bad about the Canadian grocery shopping experience? The experience itself is actually extremely overwhelming. Foodland is actually a relatively small grocery store. Costco is actually a huge grocery store. I have a lot of fun grocery shopping here in Canada, but at the same time, it's really, really overwhelming. You're going to be there at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay, let's talk price comparisons. This is number one, the worst part about shopping in Canada. It is brutal. I could compare and contrast forever with you guys, but here are just a few examples. A little pint of raspberries costs about €4.85. 1 big watermelon costs about €7 a piece. A tub of Greek vanilla yogurt costs about €5.50. Many of you actually know the German prices, so I don't need to compare. But if you do have questions about why this is so shocking to me, let me know and I can create a video of actually comparing the foods. 1 to 1. A bag of shredded cheese will run you up about €5.50. Or a bag of lactose-free milk, €7.50. So other negative things that you should pay particular attention to here in Canada when you're grocery shopping. Number one is definitely that tax is not included on the price. Tax here in Ontario is 13%. Also really, really confusing. They use a ton of different measurements. You can see in this video, they like switch between kilograms, pounds, and grams. Like nothing is actually the same, which is really confusing because in Germany, one product is going to be in the same measurement across the shelf. And lastly, it's actually really hard to eat healthy here in Canada, I find, because yes, you have so much variety, but also like you can see here, for example, when I show you the cereal aisle, there are ones that say like lean or fitness cereal or whatever. Like they use all these different words and marketing tactics to make you think you're eating healthy, when in reality, most of the cereals we have here in Canada are actually totally shit for you. Cereals in general are fast carbs, high sugar, and not really that healthy. So to end this video, this is how much we actually ended up spending. This totals around €242. So what do you think? Which shopping experience would you prefer? Would you rather shop in Germany or would you rather shop in Canada? Also, a little tidbit here at the end I should throw in. A lot of grocery stores here are actually open 24 hours, 7 days a week. It is insane. If not, they're open very, very late. We will be here for quite a while. We will be heading to Guatemala for a little stint as well. But if you have any ideas or any questions about my life here in Canada, what we're going to be up to in Guatemala, let me know in the comment section below. I haven't planned out my videos yet, so let the inspiration come. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.